Hi, hello, and welcome to my video. Thank you so much for clicking on this productive week vlog. And as the title states, that's basically what this is. I put together a few videos from throughout the week when I was feeling my best and most productive. And I will also be coming on throughout the video to share some tips that actually help me feel more motivated and accomplish my tasks, whether they are personal or school related. So with all of that being said, I hope that you enjoy this video and let's get right in. Okay, so I know that lists don't work for everyone, but if you're like me, you need to see everything right in front of you in order to feel organized and basically in order, like not stupid, because that's how I feel sometimes. Without lists, I kind of tend to be scattered, and I also don't have a way to truly see that I'm getting things done. And like in a checklist, you can actually check it off and like you feel accomplished, you see the progression from unfinished to completed task. So I'm that kind of person who would definitely make lists and spend like all day, all my time designing the list instead of actually doing the things on the list. So I'm trying to curb that habit, but I mean, bad habits die hard. But still, if I need to get work done, I might as well make it look pretty. So as you can see here, I'm grouping all of my tasks under subheadings, which really helps me to prioritize them and keep a good balance in my life. And the term work-life balance, it kind of applies to all areas of life. So I even list steps related to self-care and self-maintenance because if I'm not careful, I would forget about them. So I've realized how important it is to take care of me personally and even my very appearance because it helps me take care of my mental state. By the way, I'm using GoodNotes. It helps me so much with all of my organizing and it helps me make these lists look pretty basically and still allow me to get things done. And one more thing on the point of maintenance, y'all, please ignore the one nail on my thumb. It's there for like the longest. I could not soak it off with the rest of them. I don't know why. So please ignore that. This might seem like the most obvious thing, but trust me, you have to commit to this. Oh, hey, that's me. I'm looking a mess. Anyway, you have to start somewhere, and it's better now than, you know, never doing anything. So I started with the top of my list. What I prioritized the most for this week was my schoolwork because I was falling a little bit behind and I wanted to catch up. And that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm sure that you didn't come here to watch me like spend hours working on my little paper. So I'm gonna skip right through this part and go to the next tip. Tip number 3, refocusing your attention. And this one is a big one. It helps so much because even when you're feeling your most productive, it is so important to take a break sometimes, to step back and refocus yourself. So after a while of doing my homework, I got a little bit tired. And so I wanted to switch to doing something more rewarding. And yes, there was still more school related work for me to do, but thankfully, because I prioritized everything, it gave me a little bit of, what's the word? A little bit of wiggle room, to be able to step away and come back to the rest of the tasks. I needed to make a card for later that day, so I got to work on that. And I also somewhat had to adjust the process that I usually use to make my cards because I had loaned my paper guillotine to someone else. But what I did have was a paper trimmer, and I'm so happy that I used it. I never used it before for like any of my projects, and I was surprised by how easy it was to use, and also it's way smaller than the paper guillotine, so I felt more relaxed working with it. So another tip is also to embrace changes, embrace little things that might seem like inconveniences because you can learn something. I loved the way that this card came out. It's kind of like a peekaboo picture card, and I thought it was so adorable. So that's why it's always best just to embrace changes, embrace challenges, because you never know what you might come out with. So sometimes when I get excited about something, I tend to give more time to doing it than I should. So thankfully, I did not do that this time because I had to get myself ready to go outside. So this is basically what I did with my hair. But anyway, my point is stay on schedule. Don't get too caught up in one task and neglect to do the other things that need to get done. Because at the end of the day, there needs to be a balance. It's a beautiful day. Okay, so we're at Wednesday, and let me tell you, good vibes are a real thing. I love it when I wake up early and I put on my music or my podcast because it depends on how I feel, and I can get myself together and ready calmly. So that's what I did on Wednesday. I also tend to dress up sometimes when I'm in the house because, as I did mention before, appearances and also feeling good about yourself in general makes a difference in productivity. And one thing about me, one thing for certain, I love me my silver hoop errands. And I'm telling you, like, even your appearance can help you boost your own confidence and your productivity. So, good vibes always. On this particular morning, I had time to do an in depth Bible study, and hopefully, I'll be able to post a video on it soon. I was reading from John 14, among other scriptures, and I even posted a little reel on Instagram from that day, so be sure to check out Insta and TikTok. As I mentioned, I do plan to post a video of an in depth of this Bible study because I really went in deep and, like, I don't know, it felt different. So I do hope to do that sometime soon. But anyway, after I did all of that, I was able to continue doing my coursework with a clear and more focused mind. Good morning. It's Thursday. Right now, it's currently 7:02 on the dot. Okay, but anyway, as usual, I'm coming on here looking like a mess. I practically just got up, did some devotion, and so now I'm gonna start my day. Once again, it's the same to-do list that I'm kind of working off of. So today I'll do my work that I was avoiding doing yesterday. But first, I want to finish setting up some things that I need for tomorrow. Okay, back to focusing now on what I have to do. Oh, I see why it looked weird because I have the camera on the. Oh, I put this back in the case wrong. Anyway, it's exactly 10 a.m. Um, I've been up and let's see, I set up those things that I said I would work on, but I have a couple more things that I do want to work on too concerning tomorrow. But I might have to wait till later on in the day to get them done. Um, so what does that mean I'm gonna do now? Say hello to my broken laptop. So I'm just gonna get some work done and then I'll come back around and do all of the other little things that I need to do. A little bit later, I'm going to need to go outside. So we'll see how all of that goes. Okay, so sometimes it's nice to get a change of scenery and just get outside in general. And also, it's always great to spend time with family. So the next day, that's exactly what I decided to do. I got up a little bit early because I knew that my commute would be at least an hour on a good day and like early in the day. So that's what happened. Also, in this clip, I was talking and I have no idea to this day what I was saying. Like, I can't even hear. I don't know. My AirPods only work when they want to. But enjoy this little montage of a few moments from that day. On Saturday, I woke up really early, like around 3 or 4 a.m. I'm not really sure why, but I just went with it. And I started to treat my scalp and my hair because it was really dirty and irritated. So I made sure just to treat it a little bit. Once again, self maintenance is always, it's essential. Like, it's very necessary anytime that you want to be productive. You also have to take care of yourself physically so that your body is able to do the things that you need to do. I feel like I'm always making cards, but yeah, again, this day I was making cards, but I was really happy with the way that these ones came out. They were so beautiful. They're also posted on my socials, so make sure to follow me. But this also brings me to tip number 7. And really quickly, a little bit of a trigger warning. I cut myself with the scissors by accident. That usually doesn't happen, but I was rushing to finish the card. So just don't rush yourself. Make sure that you organize yourself the best way you possibly can. Stay on schedule and, don't beat down on yourself when things don't necessarily go the way that you want them to go. Later that day, I had to go outside, so I just wore my hair out and dealt with it more when I reached back home. While watching Total Drama, by the way, I don't know, I was loving that for a little minute. But yeah, that's basically it for Saturday. And so we're winding down now with our Sunday. It's kind of, a reset day. It's the first day in the new week. But most importantly, it's my day of worship. And this is just something that I will forever say. But my final tip is to put God first because I've realized that my relationship with Him is the most important thing I can ever, ever have. I'm happiest and most motivated when I'm closest to God. Anyway, with that being said, I filmed a little bit of me getting ready for church and I might play a little bit of it, but after this, that's going to be it for the video. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying this long. Like, I really appreciate you. And I just hope that you have a blessed day. And until next time, bye.